Hey guys, it's Mark and Mike here from Bettors. We're here to bring you a message from our friends at Blue Chew, a message all about confidence.
Which is something we don't have in our picks.
Speak for yourself, Michael. This message, though, is about confidence knowing you'll be ready to go when your partner is, and that you'll be able to go a few extra rounds if needed. Now, Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as both Viagra and Cialis, but it's in chewable form, and it's way cheaper than the alternatives.
Blue Chew's tablets are a performance enhancer for the bedroom and can help any man gain extra confidence when it's their time to perform. My favorite part now is that they have Vardenafil mint flavored chewables with the active ingredients in Levitra and Staxin, so you can stay hard and fresh.
Minty.
And as Mark said, Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no doctor's visits, no waiting in line, no weird and uncomfortable conversations, and it ships right to your door in discreet packaging. It's a very simple process. You sign up at bluechew.com, you talk with one of their licensed medical professionals, and once you're approved, you receive that prescription in days. And Mark, what's the best part?
Well, the best part to me is that these tablets are made right here in the USA. And we also have a special deal here for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code DELIGHT at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code DELIGHT to receive your first month free.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Bettors Delight. I'm Chris Horwardell filling in for Greg Crone, who, to the best of my knowledge, is dead or sick or something. I didn't read all of the text, but I'm excited to be here with me. I've got Matt Crone. Matthew, big 0-0 week for you last week.
You know, I did send Mike 5 picks, and they did not appear anywhere. Picks were sent. Check the boards. But you know, it was a 0-0 week is actually good for me during this season. So it's one of my better weeks. So I'm pretty happy about this. Mike is literally looking at his phone, looking at where I texted him, finding the text right now, and he is seeing where I went 2-1 last week, actually.
2-1 with your 5 picks.
Never 2 ties in there. There's 2 pushes.
I'm looking. The last text is, "I'll get picks tomorrow," and I liked it. And then that was the last thing sent.
I like it.
And you got minus 10 units.
I definitely sent something.
Okay, well, we can discuss this a little bit later on. Mark, you were 16 and 15, positive last week, 1.24 units. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling like I need something big to pull off a Matt Crone heist of the title for this season. I'm still about 30 units out. Actually, no, I guess I'm 60 units out because, you know, we got Chris here, the leader. I got to actually honor his numbers while he's here. So I'm going to need a miracle, but I'm all here for it. Also, shout out to our boy Greg Crone. This is in honor of him, or a shout out to him, whether he is alive or dead. But the dark word for him.
I'd like to be known that Greg is not here because he had a record-setting minus 22 unit week for the show and is now behind me, so I'm technically in first place.
And his wife killed him because of it.
All right, for the listeners, Greg is very much alive.
Yeah.
Fine, technically Greg is alive. Technically, Mike, you were 15 and 16 last week. Biggest week of anybody, plus 4.57 units.
Big Miles Sanders first touchdown. Big time. Go Birds. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's big for the brand. Big for the guys. I think I never had so much confidence in a team, and that's what scares me.
I am incredibly uncomfortable with everybody talking about, oh, the Eagles, they're going to win so easily. This is such a good matchup. I have so much confidence. I don't have confidence in it. I have no confidence. Haven't had any confidence this entire playoffs.
Where are you hearing all of that, Chris?
Internet.
Well, from most of the people who are here with me now.
Okay, because I feel like I'm hearing a lot of Chiefs talk, a lot of stuff that, you know, Andy's really good after the bye still, and, you know, Patrick Mahomes is going to be better after the 2 weeks, so they think that the Chiefs are going to be in good shape. I don't know. I feel like the number might have gone down. Didn't it start at 2.5?
No, it was 1.5 at bovadasportsbook.com when it opened.
Okay.
And it remains there right now. I predict it is actually going to go up a little bit. I think we're going to get to a -2 to -2.5 when the Super Bowl kicks off 10 days from now.
You think we win?
I don't have the confidence to answer that question, Matt. I can tell you that. I can tell you that for damn sure. I hope we do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like the matchup. I like the fact that we're not going up against another dominant defense like we saw last week, but that we scored 31 points on that dominant defense. So this year has just taught me I don't understand football.
People are saying the Eagles are a good team, and I tend to agree with them.
I agree.
You're not wrong there, but what's crazy is they scored the 31 points, and you look at the stats on the box score, and you got like 130 yards passing. And yeah, I think we did have a lot of rushing yards, but nobody over like 45 or 50 yards rushing as a single person. So, you know, it's just coming from everywhere.
The A.J. Brown hit or catches not hitting when he had 4 catches in the first quarter and over 4.5 was also a crime. A crime for us.
The thing is, the Eagles all season, we get up big and then we coast. We're just like a seagull trying to land on land. That's all it is. We're just coasting to a landing, and I think we're going to get up big. We're going to win this game by 10.5 points, and that's it. We're going to be Super Bowl champs.
Well,
I wish all of you media types would stop being so lazy with your analogies. I don't know how many times I've heard they were just like a seagull trying to land on land.
That is a new one to me.
I stole that from Cowherd. That's a cow. I don't watch the herd with the Cowherd.
Well, that's incredible. But I will say I do have a The most confidence comes from the D-line, though. That D-line is incredible. And my boy
Hassan
from
Reddick might be the
TU.
best player I've ever seen.
TU.
I heard the other day that we only have 2 starters on contract next year for our defense.
Yeah, I think I told you that, but the number's actually 3.
Oh, okay. So it's Josh Sweat, me, Darius Slay, and I think that's it.
And
I think
Hassan Reddick.
and Hassan Reddick, just us 4.
We added a 4th contract.
Why are you on there?
What position do you play, Matt?
So whenever they go to 17 down linemen, I'm the 17th guy. So it's pretty. When it's goal line situation, 12 down linemen, I'm the 12th one that stands on the sideline. That's not actually in the game.
Gotcha. So you're just the person in the stands.
I'm just cheering. I'm a hype man. That's all they need. I would honestly, say this. I would be a great locker room guy. I really do, and I think people would agree with me on that.
I think that's true. But I think you should just be happy that your seat has been fixed and just leave it at that.
Yeah, shout out the Eagles for fixing my seat. That was the highlight of my game. My seat was fixed, and I was very happy. And people around me were happy. People behind me were thinking about it all week. They were like, "I wonder if Matt's seat was going to be fixed."
Dude,
and
you can't imagine. Those people were definitely happy, and they were like, "Oh my god, he's going to bitch the whole game. He's going to just complain the whole game. Oh, please let that seat just be fixed. He's going to be standing and complaining and calling people over the whole game."
I felt bad because I couldn't sit in it fully, so I felt like I was in people's way. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Like when
you're not a little guy, you're not short.
Yeah, like during the plays you were supposed to sit down and stuff, like he couldn't sit down on it, so he was like up. So he's like kind of in the way of the people behind him.
Right. So you're like half squatting the entire game?
It was like taking a poop in the woods.
Again,
another great analogy.
It's
just doing keyword lines.
It's like a seagull taking a poop in the woods. Everyone.
That was more of a cow turd line.
When he landed on land.
Michael, you are minus 28.48 units for the season, which is good for first place.
Hey,
where's Greg at?
He's at minus
Greg
like 32
minus
now.
33.7. Greg had a negative 22 unit.
Yeah, record setting
last week.
And he didn't show face.
Shout out, Greg.
Utterly spectacular way to completely fall off what was an adequate season for Greg.
And according to him,
feeling?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. But according to him, he also missed out on his chance to drop what he said is his best joke of all time. So
it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny.
Oh, I didn't hear it. But
he wanted to start the show by not talking about the Eagles and just talking about something with darts. That's what it was. It was something like the darts. It was something like that.
I'm so mad I brought it up.
With darts. It was not. It was only going to be funny.
I'm sorry I brought it up, guys. I'm sorry I brought it up. Chris, continue.
Greg is not here. None of us have to talk about darts. Nobody needs to acknowledge darts exist. We can all move on with our lives and be happy.
He wanted to talk about the PDC lineup. That's what it was. It wasn't even from the past week. It was what was upcoming.
The only time we're gonna mention Bullseye is Toy Story 3 in this episode.
Toy Story 3 is a heartbreaking movie.
That's the one with Bullseye, right? Or is that
the
2?
One where they all it's the one where they all die in the fire.
Oh, yeah, 2 as well.
So Bullseye comes into fruition in 2. That's when they meet Jesse, the prospector. Yeah. Okay.
Like, whose idea was that? They're like, let's have this movie geared for children, and we think all of them are going to die in a fire halfway through the movie.
That one was rough.
I
saw that in theaters.
They're getting sadder and sadder. They're just trying to. Yeah. All those movies are. Inside Out is sad. Up is sad. They don't want Coco. Literally, all the people in Coco are dead throughout the entire movie.
Honestly, Encanto is kind of sad too in its own way. If you think about it, it's sad for the main character a little.
I would, yeah, but she has a great character arc towards the end.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We're not talking about Greg either.
Greg is Bruno, Spider-Man meme.
Weird Al Yankovic, all 3.
Yeah, strong choice by Greg for using that picture for his holiday card.
Amazing holiday card there.
Oh, I didn't see the holiday card.
You didn't get one,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
I don't have a mailbox. Federal issues.
All right. Federal issues. Let's get on with this docket here. Greg tells me we're starting in the world of soccer.
Wait, he's
I
running
will
the
give
show?
Greg- He's always running the show. I'm just a figurehead, a puppet for Greg Crone and so many things in life.
He's got your hand.
His
He's got his
first-
hand in your butt.
What?
I didn't
That's how
I didn't
puppets
want
work.
to say it.
Have you ever seen
I
Sesame
didn't want
Street?
to say it.
Have you ever seen
Past
Sesame
that.
Street?
You know I've seen Sesame Street. I bring it up all the time.
Mark loves Sesame Street.
Where do
Come
you
on.
think the puppet's hands go?
I think they're controlled by sticks.
Yeah, I think Sesame Street might be
Puppets
sticks.
aren't real. No, they're not. 100% not, by the way.
Jim
The
Henson.
hands are definitely sticks.
I don't think you're right. I've
The
seen
hands
like
I will-
the-
I will bet
Puppeteer.
my life that
So
the hands are
it's
there.
one hand inside and one hand on the hand. Yeah,
But
so
it's actually two people per puppet. If you,
excuse me, could producer Chris Google this real quick?
well, they can see
I
you
wish
now.
you
Actually, now when we ask you questions, we're allowed you actually talk back. So this is good.
Yeah, you get so mad at me. You will ask me a question and then get mad at me when I answer.
I don't get it mad. Greg gets mad. I get glad.
No,
I
it's
throw
you.
out my
It's
trash.
frequently you.
I've never been mad in my entire life. That's not true.
Now you're just lying.
I'm mad right now.
You just
I left a
You're a
work event
terrible
for
liar.
this. There's free apps.
Anyway.
There's free apps everywhere, and I had to leave. I could eat
Anyway,
12
Greg
more
says we-
chicken fingers.
nobody cares about your goddamn chicken fingers, man.
Whoa.
I actually care. I'm really hungry, and we get through this. I can have dinner.
Starving. I've been on
I
here
am
for like
hungry.
an hour.
Chris is on an all-water diet.
That's. I don't want to talk about it. If you'd like to hear me talk about it, check out this week's episode of The Underdog.
I'm gonna have to
Which,
listen to it, but that
We
sounds
go
terrible.
in depth into drinking salt water.
Ew.
We do talk. We do talk
Does that
about
make you
water
delirious?
fasting. Okay, let's focus on the world.
You're thinking of pendulums.
I'll tell you what, Mike. I just spent 40 minutes watching you idiots bumble through an ad. So yes, delirious is a way I would describe
You're
myself.
welcome.
Isn't that an
Did
album?
not
Isn't that
thank-
someone's
I did,
rap
I
album?
did not thank you.
I really don't
Delirious?
think it was just me.
No,
though.
it's a comedy album, right?
Hmm.
Delirious is a
no
comedy
idea.
album.
Is that Eddie Murphy?
Maybe.
Who's that, Richard?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
part
Googling
1
it.
of 8. Delirious. It's Eddie Murphy. Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. 1 of 8.
Did you guys know Charlie Murphy passed?
No. R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy died in like 2017.
Did he
I
really?
did not know that. Yeah,
I don't-
I definitely
is that
knew
true?
it when it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I definitely knew it when it happened, but I totally forgot about that. That I got sad when I read about that like 2 days ago when I was on it.
Just made
Twitter.
me sad.
Yeah.
Currently. I'm now sad.
I don't think we can go on with this show.
All right, good
Just
13-minute
gonna-
episode, boys. Put the ad.
We're
Just
gonna-
play the ad over and over. The Fiblium. What was it, Mike?
We'll just play some.
No.
It's mint
What
flavored
Mike's trying to
Fiblium.
say,
It's minty.
the mint flavored
Fresh.
Verdenafil.
Verdenafil,
Matt,
yes.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Mike, but I mean the thing is, there's peppermint.
Thank
There's
God he
wintergreen.
That,
go ahead, Chris.
that
Get us to
sort of
soccer.
innovation has not come yet. Unfortunately, we don't have wintergreen available at this time.
I don't
Anyway,
really like
Greg's
the flavor
first pick in
wintergreen. Oh, go ahead. I didn't know you were
You
going to
don't
start
like the
talking.
flavor wintergreen and what?
I got
You're just
peppermint.
like
you were the one who told me to go to soccer, and then I started talking, and then you're like, "I didn't know you were going to start talking."
Immediately interrupted you.
I don't really. I'm just saying wintergreen gum is like I'd rather peppermint over wintergreen. I think if you did a poll, we're gonna do a poll: peppermint or wintergreen on Bettors Delight. Go to the Twitter account. Michael put it up on the social media page. Peppermint or wintergreen, and peppermint is the best.
Which one's
There-
C? Which one's C to you guys? Because I'm taking C, spearmint, my friend. Spearmint is better than both of those.
No.
Don't at me. Don't at me anywhere. Just like,
Nobody was
subscribe.
no one was ever going to at you.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no risk of that.
There's
Don't
people,
worry about it.
you know.
How
Yeah,
many
people-
flavors
people
of
like
mint
us.
is there?
There's a lot. I was just thinking about that, but spearmint I think is my
So
favorite.
this doesn't count because I'm seeing spearmint,
I've never
peppermint,
pitied Greg more.
and then I'm seeing apple mint. pineapple mint. Like that doesn't count.
No, those don't count. Those don't count. I'm
Chocolate
talking
mint?
like straight mint. Just straight mint, only mint, no fruits involved, no chocolate involved, no other flavors, just a regular mint.
Menthol.
That's
Correct. Anyway, in the world of soccer,
yeah. Let's do that.
Greg's first pick. Greg did not specify which of these two teams was going to win, but I'm going to assume it's the first one. That's going to be my guess. His first pick is, I think he meant to write Atlanta, but it's Atalantia
No,
versus.
No, it's Atalanta.
That is correct. In Syria, Italy.
Look at that.
Excuse me, Mike. If you ever correct me again, I will murder you.
Sorry.
As I said, Atlanta versus Will Sasso.
Big game.
Was it Sicilia? Yeah.
Man.
Greg's got Atlanta minus 105 at Bovada.
Guys, the vibes on this week's episode are so much different than last week's episode.
Last week's episode was good. I listened to it.
Thank you.
Just
Appreciate it.
Most of it was the editing.
Just kidding. I wasn't on it. I didn't listen.
Okay.
It's just mean.
Matt, do you listen?
Vain.
Do you still listen to your own stuff?
Yeah, every time. I'd like to hear. I replay my jokes over and over because I think they're funny.
See what worked, what didn't, or
Yeah.
just assume everything worked.
Oh,
The worst
everything
is when
worked.
my wife comes home and she tells one of Matt's jokes from the podcast to me. And I'm like, God.
I thought you were just going to stop it when your wife comes
that
home. I was like,
happens?
geez, Mark, what's wrong?
No, I love when my wife comes home. But then she's like, oh, man, like when Matt said this on the podcast, that was hilarious. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Hate that.
It was really good. Ha, 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 ha.
I mean, I can't help
And then
it.
she's like, why can't you be hilarious?
No, we don't like Matt that
I'm
much.
Nick Cannon in this situation, and you're Dave Chappelle.
So who did you impregnate?
Every woman that I've ever met. Nick Cannon's hilarious,
All right.
Daddy.
Matt, do you have any picks in the soccer world?
Yeah, I got one. Let me tell you one I got right here. Nantes plus 175 over AC Ajaccio in Liga 1 France.
It's a matchup we've all been looking
Look at
forward
you
to.
learning leagues out here.
Nantes has been good this year. Their front four has been very strong. Their striker has, I think, 6 goals in his last 28 games. So that's
That's
0.3
horrible.
0.3
Horrible.
goals per game.
Horrible numbers.
Well, he's only played 26 of them. So but Nantes.
So he's only played 26 of his last
That's
28
28.
games.
Yep. So no, I think Nantes is due for a good game.
Yeah, I think this is nonsense.
Yeah.
Mike, do you have any picks?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm just in the Premier League. I'm gonna go with Leeds, Nottingham Forest plus 240. I think they draw.
Mark?
So I'm going to go to the Man City game. Matt. I'm going to Holland. First goal for Holland is at plus 235, and Holland anytime is at minus 165.
Greg has Torino plus 130 over Udinese. Matt, do you have anything else?
I have Man City money line. I don't know where it is, but that's the one I want.
I have it on my card. It's minus 135. Go ahead, Matt.
Over Tottenham.
It is
minus
over
135 at Bovada right now.
Sunday 11:30. I'll be drinking with my friends.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up Crafty Boy, and we're gonna have a good time. And I know Kraft's a big Tottenham guy, so when the Blues take him down, I hope he doesn't get upset.
I'm gonna take the over in that game and just cheer for goals because I don't like either of the teams. But I'll be there.
What's the over?
Over 3 plus 102.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, you got anything else?
I do. I have these teams all straight, and then I have them parlayed. One of them is Man City at the minus 135. I also have Chelsea minus 160 over Fulham tomorrow, which is going to be a fun one on Friday. Arsenal, my boys, the Gunners, at the top of the table over Everton at minus 245. Man United playing really well. Rashford scoring goals here all the time. Over Mikey's boys at Crystal Palace minus 250.
Rude.
And finishing it up with Newcastle United over West Ham minus 160. That comes back at plus 806. And these are the things you got to do to try and get into first place.
We still got to figure out what the ending. I think it's the Super Bowl, but I don't remember if that's the last week.
Then
or
we're
not.
getting close, so I got to take more
definitely
Hail Marys.
close. I just wasn't sure if it was what exactly. We'll have to go back and listen to when we right before football season when we started.
We're chucking threes here.
Yeah. My last pick in soccer, I'm going to take Liverpool minus 115 against Wolves.
Matt, you got anything else?
Not in soccer.
Mark, anything else?
Nope, all done.
All right, on Greg's card, he's got Linda Fiorentino versus Bologna, minus 120. He's got Lyon versus Troyes. I'm assuming Lyon, minus 135 at Bovada. He has got, closed it by accident. He has got Sheffield Wednesday versus Fleetwood. Sheffield Wednesday
on a Saturday?
Doesn't sound right to me, but I think all of these names are made up anyway.
That show's coming
Sheffield
back.
Wednesday, yes, it is. Plus 100 versus Fleetwood. This is so hard to do as Matt's talking about Wednesday, and I just want to have a conversation about Wednesday on Netflix.
Great show.
And
Great
finally,
show. Great show.
I'm about to start it. I might start it tonight.
Start it tonight.
Spoilers.
Enid.
Definitely do it.
She kills a White Walker in the last episode.
No, come
Very
on.
true. Very true. And the guy from Walking
To go
Dead
get my
shows up.
whiskey.
Ned
Yeah.
Grimes.
All of the guys from
He
Walking Dead.
actually is talking about whiskey. She kills a bottle of the White Walker whiskey in the final episode.
In
Downstairs.
A lot of
No, she buys it in Poland, flies it home.
No. You buy it in Newark, fly it to Poland, then fly it home. Fly to Germany, to Poland, back to Germany, to Newark again, and then drive it home.
In Roxborough.
Yeah,
Somehow it gets even worse every time I hear
Yeah.
the story.
You should not recount the dumb shit that you do. Finally, Fulham minus 115 versus Sunderland at Bovada. That wraps up soccer for us, unless anyone has anything else.
Oh, no Wrexham
I do not
picks?
believe.
That'd be it.
Sunderland.
I'm not here to look.
Oh,
I'm the champion. I'm the champion.
It's true.
There's nothing
What,
I
you're not
can
gonna
do
make
about it.
You're not making picks? Minus 10. Done. Bang. We're back.
That's true. You need at
I
least
still
one
win.
pick today.
Oh, wait. I shouldn't have told him. He's still got time to make a pick.
Yeah,
He's
you
just
just
gonna-
need to make at least one pick throughout the show, and you'll be fine.
I don't think you should do it, Chris.
No. Look, you called me out here. I'm checking. They play a team whose name I can't pronounce. My boys at Wrexham.
Sheffield
Big game
Thursday.
against- that Sheffield United game was heartbreaking. It was
Yeah, it's tough.
heartbreaking.
God, no
The
one
replay.
cares.
You know, I've watched 4.
4 Wrexham games?
Four soccer games in my life,
Oh.
and they've all been Wrexham. They've all been Wrexham games, and 2 of them ended in replay. So I really feel like I wasted
What do you
Yeah,
mean
it's tough.
end
most of
in
my
what,
time.
what does it mean end in
one-
replay?
The one tournament,
They
if
literally
they
play
end
the
in a
game
draw,
over.
they just instead of going to overtime, they just play a whole nother game at a different date.
Yep.
What?
It's either
Yeah,
the Carabao
it's-
Cup or the FA Cup. I forget.
So
which one.
the team that wins, you have to win to move on. You can't tie and move on PKs or anything like that. You have to win.
What's the scheduling here? The schedule people must be pissed.
Oh, it's
Oh,
into
yeah.
plans.
No,
They
no.
put it into plans, but it is,
How many
It can be
games do you
brutal for
have?
those peoplers.
I think they can have a lot, but usually
I
it doesn't
don't know.
last a lot.
I wonder if in the replay if you can tie and then you go to overtime in the replay. I don't know.
That's possible.
That's
not
maybe
gonna lie,
like you
that's,
already have one. Yeah, I don't know.
In our high school league, that's what used to happen in the league. There were, if the playoff game ended in a tie, there would be a second game, complete game, and then that one would go to overtime and penalty kicks.
I feel
Well, I
like
just think the soccer. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
no. Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say I think the soccer lines are ridiculous in general.
Yes, agreed.
A while back, and I think Mark had this argument as well at one point, that I took a team's money line, they covered that money line, and regular line as well, covered that, but because it was an extra time, it didn't count. So I'm talking to Greg during the Wrexham Sheffield game, and I'm like, hey man, Wrexham ended regular time up 3-2, so that money line hits, right? And he's like, no. Still doesn't hit. I legitimately don't know how you win a soccer bet. Like I genuinely don't know.
You have to bet draw no bet. That's what it is.
Dude, the draw
Yeah,
no
that's
bets
probably
Draw no
are
bet is where you got to
the
live.
best. And none of us did them, but they are the best.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that does the
It's just
draw
'cause
no bets.
odds worse.
Where are we going next, Chris?
Tennis.
Well, where we're going is Wrexham, where I'm going to place my one bet for this show, and it will be Wrexham minus 105. I'll take Wrexham minus one half a goal minus 130 versus Altrincham. Very excited. Altrincham is a mid-tier national league team. So Wrexham's playing get back to the top of the table. Knott's is there right now, 3 points up, but Wrexham 2 fewer games played. And I feel good about their chance to finally get promoted. Just signed a big-time League One midfielder this week. So we got
Why not? If you
Things are
were
looking
like
up.
a halfway decent soccer player, why not go play for Wrexham? You'd be on FXX. Like,
because
They basically
they're in
are
like
now.
the 5th league. Why in the world
They're in a
would you go down there?
they're in a bad league, but
what
at
if
the
you're the
same
best
time-
player in the third league?
Well, I mean, that's what happened with Paul Mullen. Paul
Right.
Mullen led League One in goal scoring, and they signed him to a giant deal. They did the same thing with Ollie Palmer. They brought him in. Tom O'Connor, they brought in. Owen, whatever his name is, just now.
Can they
They
get
brought
to
in a
the
ton of
League-
talent that should.
Can they get to the
they
Premier
could
League?
technically, they
Yeah.
technically could.
You would have to get promoted like
What's the,
three times, not three.
How
straight.
many
Well,
years
I think
would that
4.
take?
It would
Is it
well, ideally it could
4
take
years.
4, but it's probably going to take more. But the thing is, the league they're in now is probably the hardest one to get out of because it's
Yeah.
only one team that gets the promotion
Yeah.
out of like how many teams is it?
Two teams get promoted. There's one automatic promotion, and then there's the tournament game.
Gotcha. But yeah, there's
Yeah, like
so
the
it's a tough
championship
one.
has 2 automatics, and then 3
A
through
playoff.
6 play a playoff. Yeah.
Do
so-
the players
Well,
on
and-
this
and-
team? Sorry, Chris. We keep stepping.
No,
on
you're
each other.
fine.
It's like we host a show together. Do we not just step on our toes the entire time there? But no, my question is, I can't remember the question.
I'm trying to keep the numbers for when we jump into tennis, and I have so much scribbles because we just keep moving. We just keep talking about.
Oh, are we going to tennis next?
Do the players what, Matt?
Do the players? Is their only job soccer, or do you? If they're in like League 4 or 5, like do you have to be like an accountant too, or like have a second job, like you work at like Stop and Go?
And
Most of the National League guys do have another job for the lower teams, but teams like Wrexham can afford to pay so that this is their only job.
Now
Like,
because of
some
Ryan
the
Reynolds.
Wrexham guys,
Correct.
100%.
Okay.
1,000%.
And that, I mean, that's the appeal to a lot of these guys. Like Paul Mullen he's a local guy. He came back. He's probably the best player in the National League at this point. Some of the Knots guys are very good because they got sent down from League 2 last year. But it's crazy. It's insane. They're spending a ton of money, and it actually gets, from what I understand, it gets significantly easier and cheaper to add players if they get promoted, because right now they're limited to that pool of English players. If they get promoted, they can sign international.
I think
players.
there's like a certain amount of international players as you move up, you can get.
So
in
I
different-
can't
only,
play for Wrexham.
No.
Not right now.
But not only that, the revenue pool is larger. So
Yeah.
Huge.
You make
know,
more money.
as- you make more money as a club. Like right now, the National League, it is what it is. But the higher you go, the more money you make, and the more money you can spend on better players. So
When's
Yeah,
the last time
technically-
Wrexham was in the Premier League?
Never.
like
I
no,
don't
not
think it's ever been.
that's true. They've never been in the Premier League. They've been in the Championship, which is the second
Yeah.
division.
What's the last time like a team actually did like come from the bottom, like start, like Drake said, started from the bottom, now we're here. Like when was the last team that did that? When's the last team that
I
did what
think-
Drake
I
said?
think
All
it's-
of these questions could be answered by this show that they have on
I
FXX.
think it's
If you just wanted to watch it,
I
but
watched,
Have
I
you,
watched,
have you finished it?
I watched 7 minutes of it. It was terrible. I turned it off.
I love it.
It was captivating, and I hate you.
Oh, look at me, soccer. I'm out.
I think it's Bournemouth, Matt.
Okay.
To answer your question,
So Bournemouth, and
They,
how many
uh,
years did it take Bournemouth to get as big as they are?
Bournemouth was in League 2 in 2008, and then they got up to League 1. They were in League 2 in 2008 after getting relegated out of League 1. Then we're in League 2 for 2 years, back to League 1, Then it took them 3 years to get to the championship, and then it took them 2 years to get to the Premiership, which is the Premier League. And then they were in that for like 6 years, and then they just got relegated in 2020. So
But no team has ever had the assets that Wrexham does to start off. No, they don't. These national teams don't have Ryan Reynolds. They don't have the draw. They literally that Welcome to Wrexham show is literally a commercial for the club.
Yeah,
that's all.
Bournemouth was in the 5th league in 2002, and then they made it all the way. It took them like 15 years to make it to the Prem.
And Leeds was in the Premier League for a while, and then they dropped 2 leagues and then came back up. So it's pretty crazy. Could you imagine, could you imagine Wilmington Blue Rocks being promoted to the major leagues?
Yeah, I never thought this guy would be so interested in soccer.
All these other teams are all these other teams that are like low ballers, like they don't have Ryan Reynolds. Instead, they have like Devin Murray as their spokesperson and owner. He's the guy who plays Seamus Finnegan in Harry Potter.
Okay.
That's a good get. That is a good get for those teams.
That'd probably be a good one.
I don't think he has nearly as much money as Ryan Reynolds, but
you would be surprised the spells that guy knows. He's got to hit up Gringotts real quick and get a bunch of gold.
Well, let's look up we're gonna wrap Murray's net worth.
No. Okay, let's move to tennis.
While you do that, we're wrapping up
soccer set ever.
We're wrapping up soccer.
It's only $1 million.
My pick officially will be the Wrexham money line minus 162 at Bovada. That'll be my one pick for this week.
Not accepted.
I
minus
backed
10
off the
units.
gold line. I don't care what you have to say.
We moved on.
Okay, well, if we've moved on, let's move on to tennis. Mike, do you have any picks in tennis other than Elena Rybakina?
No, she just lost in the finals on Sunday, so I don't think she's playing. Sad. But I'll go. I just have a parlay that's just 2 WTA, one in Lyon and one in Hualhin. So I'm going to go with it's both single on my card. Caroline Garcia minus 500 and Bianca Andreescu minus 170, and that comes back at minus 110.
Minus 110
Caroline Garcia. Dude, that's not a value boys pick at all. But there's fine.
Not a lot of value right there.
There's Alicia Parks right here, minus 145. She's playing Lyon. What do you mean? Don't give me that look. Value. Alicia Parks. It is, especially when you add it to Marina Zanevska at minus 155. Those are 2 favorites that you should take. You put them together, and what do you get? Plus 178.
The Parks Janeska.
You're thinking of Natasha
plus
Leon.
178.
Leon. You mean Lion?
All right, I got a value boys pick.
Good call.
It's 2 tennis players. It's Courtney John Locke at plus 1,200 over Martin Cuevas, and Kumayun Sultanov versus Tommy Paul at plus 1,600. I'm going to take them solo, and then I'm going to take them parlayed at plus 220,000. So 220,000. That's going to get me.
Those 2 numbers parlayed together go to plus 220,000.
That is correct. Way. So $1 wins you $220.
minus 7,500. So the other guy's probably plus. So it makes sense.
John Locke.
Okay, the other guy?
He took to both the underdogs. I'd assume
this will vault all the way. Vault Mark.
No,
not Mark. Vault Matt all the way back up to the top of the standings.
Yep, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting back into first. It's Courtney John Locke and Kumayan Sultanov parlayed for plus 220,000.
It's plus 1,217.
That sounds more right.
Okay.
I mean, I'll literally send you a picture of it.
Courtney John Locke is plus 1,200 and Tommy Paul is minus 7,500.
He didn't take Tommy Paul. He's on the other side.
I didn't take Tommy Paul.
He's on both the underdogs. I just said
it is
that.
All right. Then all right. Well, I thought you said he took Tommy Paul.
Oh, I said he's against
when
Tommy
criminals
Paul.
in this world appear.
It is in fact what he said. It's 220
underdog. So Matt was right, and he was right, and he's always right, and he's always right.
He's not always right,
and he's always right, and he gets it right, and he's always right. When criminals in this world appear, and Mark tries to say I'm wrong, I'm right. It's Matter Dog.
Please stop that.
Matt, could I commission you to do our new intro?
I'm out on that.
It's Bettors Delight.
Matt Crone picks.
I can
Now
do
I
it.
don't even have to pay for it. We've got that already.
TM, verbal TM.
I can't do that. MattCronePicks.com to go to the YouTube channel to see the verbal TM.
We're at 91,000 subscribers. We're so
Ooh,
close to me
that's
getting
awesome.
that play button. So
Oh,
just
man.
keep it
For
going.
you.
Wait, could I get like a mini one? Just
Look
a
at
small
you.
piece?
I think Etsy has mini play buttons.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll
if
take
you
a-
could just order me one, that's fine.
We'll take a very small picture for you that you can keep in your wallet.
We'll get you a JPEG.
I was hoping like
It's gonna be a PNG. We can't afford JPEGs.
Oh,
in
yeah.
my
Okay.
wallet though. In my wallet. All right, whatever. I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain.
Look, you have the play button instead of your child when you open up your wallet. That's fine.
Wait, Chris. So when we do hit
Matt,
100,000 subscribers, there's somebody on Etsy that makes custom play buttons. They're only $80.
Let's go.
So
Man,
we
all
can
right,
all get play
send me
buttons.
the link.
let's go.
Send me the link. We'll
I'm
take
in.
care of it.
I already looked it up on my work phone.
I
so
can
don't
put it
know.
right here, and it's like perfect on screen.
It's got
I can put it there for you right now. Just watch this.
Ready?
Oh, play button on my wall. Check that out. No trophies, but I got a play button.
Mark already
No,
got it. That's sick.
That is a giant phallus.
Whoa.
Send me that link, Matt,
Okay.
All right.
and we'll take care of it. Does anybody else have anything else in tennis?
Nope, I'm off the courts.
All right, tennis is done. We're moving on. The NHL All Star Game. I know everybody's got a lot of thoughts on this one. Greg has the Pacific Division plus 100 at Bovada, as well as the Metropolitan Division plus 110
He's got a
at Bovada.
specific division.
Yeah, he really likes the Metropolitan Division. What do you like, Mike?
I'll take both the other sides of his picks there. I'll take the Atlantic Division minus 130. And what was it? Who did he take in the Central Pacific one? He took Pacific, right?
He took the Pacific and the Metropolitan.
Then I'll take the Central Division minus 120. I'm not sure who's in which division, to be honest, but we'll go against
nobody
Greg.
really knows for sure. or not.
I'll go against Greg.
Mark?
That was terrible.
Mark,
I'm going to take the Central and the Metro. How about that?
this is riveting. Matt,
What's up?
who do you like in the NHL All Star Game?
Well, who do I like,
thank
Chris?
you.
Let me tell you who I like. I like the Pacific Division at even money. They got players like Todd Mrazpan and Peter Vormuth and
Vormuth is having a hell of a year.
Get out of here, you butter.
I don't know anyone. Buzz off, you butter. Spread out, you butter. That's what it is.
It sounds like you said marzipan.
So
Marzipan?
I don't know anything. Are they still doing like the 3v3 games?
I think that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
like a tournament. I was looking on who could win the tournament, the lines for that. So
Did any Flyers make it?
Kevin Hayes.
Kevin Hayes, but Konechny
Okay.
got snubbed. He should have made it over Hayes.
What division are we?
I assume we're the...
We're the
the
Metro.
kind of in-depth
The Metro?
sports knowledge that people tune in for.
Give me the Metropolitan Division plus 110. 'Cause I think we're the Metro Division.
Hell yeah.
I think we are the Metro Division, and I always felt like we should have been the Atlantic.
We're gonna get Matt a Metropolitan Division jersey.
The jerseys
wanna-
are fire.
I want to. Okay, Chris, buy me a Metropolitan Division. Actually, I want a Neapolitan Division jersey where it's half chocolate, half strawberry, half vanilla.
That's three
That's
halves.
fine, but just so you know, the chocolate will have been produced in 1987
Similar to other chocolate you've sent to my house.
that you've eaten.
I
We are
have.
correct in the Metro.
Haven't been the same ever since.
All right. Does anybody else have anything? Anybody have anything else in hockey?
That is it.
No, that'd be it.
Moving on to the UFC, big card this week. Maybe Greg
solid.
has Marcin Tybura.
Marcin Tybura.
Marcin Tybura, local
I've
Polish.
heard it both ways.
Polish.
Heard it both ways. And Derek Lewis plus 185 at Bovada. Matt, what do you got in the UFC?
Well, I'm going to ride Marcin, the local Polish guy. I got to take him minus 140. I'm going to take Duho Choi at -200. He's a local contender series guy. He's really done well. Dana White's been bringing him up through the ranks. So I do think that Duho Choi is going to do good. Also, Chris said the main event. I'm not saying, but
true, you did do a Met. Also, they're doing it's in England, I believe, but the start times the prelims don't start till 10 p.m. our time. So if you want to watch the main event, it's at 4 a.m. on Sunday morning. So
look, I'm just telling people what Greg wrote on a text to me earlier.
I'm on that pick for Derek Lewis plus 185 too, and I'm going to bet on the countryman Marcin Tybura minus 140.
Throw them both on my card as well. Why not?
All right.
Is that a podcast special?
Matt, did you take Derek Lewis, Matt, or no?
I didn't take Derek Lewis.
All right.
But he took Marcin.
Yeah, Marcin's technically
so that's a podcast special.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take Sergei Spivak.
Oh, come on, man.
It's a good nickname.
The what?
That's fine. If Matt didn't do it, I was going to.
So I was actually recently walking around in New York City, and there was it was either an ice cream or a frozen yogurt shop, I believe, and it was called the Vanilla Gorilla. And I was like, wow, I should have taken a picture.
That was a captivating story, Mark.
Guys, Vanilla Gorilla.
I was captivated. I agree.
Tell me,
Chris,
would you call it an electric story, Mark?
Chris,
hold on a second. It's electric.
Time out. Chris, back off. I like when he couldn't be heard sometimes. But whatever. Next time I just won't bring up the Vanilla Gorilla.
No, but so backstory, tons of people, shout out Zed, love the Vanilla Gorilla. There's 2 fighters in the UFC.
Always shout out Zed. Shout out Zed every episode.
Do we know if it was frozen yogurt or ice cream? Because one of them is going to make it good. One of them is going to make it healthy.
Hold on. I'll look it up.
I think we should spend more time talking about local ice cream stores.
Okay. What's your fit? Mine's the CNC Creamery in Roxborough.
Well, I have told you this, but I've never been to Cold Stone Creamery.
What?
Which is bizarre. That's so weird.
Cold Stone's probably up there with the goats.
Cold Stone's a franchise, though.
Chris, do you know how they size their ice creams?
Nope.
It's the small is like it, the middle is love it, and then the large is for crackheads because they just gotta have it. It's an old Aziz joke. If people remember Aziz's stand-up from back in the day.
Yeah.
Did he tell it better?
He did. He told it. He told it like a comedian would, like a Parks and Rec guy would.
Gotcha. Vanilla Gorilla was neither ice cream nor frozen yogurt. It is a cafe. So that ruined the story. That ruined the story. Okay, right. That was the downfall of the story.
You have lost me now.
Do they serve potato chips with their
but they're honestly their breakfast sandwiches look delicious, and I'm mad I didn't go there.
How's the pricing?
I don't know, Chris. I already X'd out.
Oh, you were the one wanting to talk about the Vanilla Gorilla.
It's the Vanilla Gorilla Cafe.
Act like I'm being ridiculous.
I mean, you asked me about pricing for a cafe I don't live anywhere near. I walked by it one time.
You were literally talking about it, and you said the breakfast sandwiches look delicious.
You have the website up.
You literally Google Vanilla Gorilla New York City, and this gorgeous breakfast comes up as a picture. And
I don't understand
why Greg has kept you on the show this long.
I'll get the prices here
because I'm likable. I have a great mustache. I'm just telling lies now at this point.
All right, you can get the ultimate breakfast sandwich for $10.95.
That's not bad for New York prices too. That's not bad.
It's reasonable.
Some of these, okay, this is kind of crazy. Like their iced beverages. A medium, $5.95 for the Gorilla Chilla. Like that's pretty good.
Ooh, that's what a name! What a name! Gorilla Chilla.
Most of the Gorilla Chillas I've gotten have been like $10.
Big Gorilla Chilla guy.
Oh man, look at this.
There's Gorilla Chilla guy.
That genuinely sounds like something you need to take medication for, though. You gotta see a very specific doctor.
That's the sickness Greg has right now. He's got the Gorilla Chilla right now.
My favorite is I'm looking through all their drinks thinking there'd be other fun names. The other ones are just like iced coffee, iced strawberry tea, iced peach tea. I'm like, there's only the Gorilla Chilla and then all like normal drinks. Like, why not continue with fun Gorilla Fun names?
Well, they know what they're doing. They're drawing attention to their specialty drink.
That's true.
I wonder
It's
what
like you can have the vanilla. Do you want the vanilla chilla or do you want some water?
I want to go in there and order a Gorilla Chilla so bad.
I'm going to New York as soon as possible, just to this cafe.
It's a revitalizing cool blast of frosted artisan coffee in each sip.
Mike, if you go
whipped cream,
get me a shirt because the logo is sweet.
very good logo. It's a gorilla drinking coffee.
That is
like
a good
it.
one.
And the coffee even has a heart in it.
Can you just order the shirt from? They have a website. Do you need to physically go? Or are you going to get angry at me for asking a question about this thing we've been talking about for 10 minutes?
That's a good question, Chris.
Oh, I like the inside. They got their logo standing up, leaning on their menu inside the store.
Oh,
So,
very smart.
In 2021/2022, Prestige Award winners, Vanilla Gorilla Cafe won Coffee Shop of the Year. So shout out Vanilla Gorilla Cafe.
Wow.
Shout them out. That's like, I bet, you know what? This was probably the coffee shop in Elf when he was like, "You guys have the best coffee in the world. Like, congratulations." He was probably the Vanilla Gorilla Cafe.
Should have been.
I think there looks like they have one other name. It might be the Vanilla Crazy. I can't tell.
That's not
Now
fun.
they should dump that
That's one of their specialty drinks, according to this picture I'm looking at of their menu.
I don't see anything to shop online for merch, but I'm going to contact them and see if I can.
I don't know if they can ship you a shirt.
Listen, I want to wear your logo on my podcast.
I have one more UFC pick. If anybody cares for that.
Nope.
Yeah.
If we can keep talking lattes and frozen coffees.
What's your pick, Mike?
Mandy Bone plus 230. Just think it's good value. That's my last pick there.
All right, boom, plus 230 at Bovada. We're adding that to the card.
Yeah.
Let's go to men's college basketball. Greg has Iona minus 15, minus 110. He's got Ryder minus 7, minus 110. St. Louis minus 2.5, minus 110. And San Diego State minus 4.5, minus 110 at Bovada. Who's got some picks for me? Mark, what do you got?
I'm just waiting for these lines to come up, but
mine's not. I don't know.
Matt,
so it's not my internet. Good.
So I have the under in Massachusetts versus Quinnipiac.
I don't know if you said that correct, but go ahead.
What's the number?
And that's what's important.
My picks aren't coming up. I think it's Delco Internet.
Yeah.
No, not true. Don't come at Delco.
Good thing we did the research before to get our picks in.
Well, somebody was running late.
Yeah.
At a work event. Appetizers.
I've got picks up.
All right.
All right, read every single one off, Chris, and we'll just say if we want
We'll see which ones we like.
Okay. Well, these games are currently in action.
That's what was happening to me as well.
Skip those. I'll look for that. Where is that Quinnipiac game?
That's not on there. I was joking. I just said two schools that came to my head.
You just made it up completely?
Yep.
That's actually kind of ridiculous.
No one thinks
there's
Quinnipiac.
a big rivalry game this week. You've got Cal Riverside versus Cal State Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah. Give me Bakersfield.
I'm on Bakersfield as well.
Bakersfield plus 9. Feel good about that.
There we go.
You got some stuff up. Top 25 matchups. Arizona, Oregon this week. We've got Gonzaga versus Santa Clara.
Those are games that are happening tonight. Those are games that are tonight. We're looking.
Those sure are.
Those are games we're looking at tonight. Today's the second, Chris.
Oh, okay. So it's got the second and the third.
I got some games. I got some games and lines loaded.
Quinnipiac plays Fairfield.
Give me Quinnipiac. Give me Quinnipiac.
Minus 5 at Bovada.
I'll take it. Those the Badgers, baby.
You said, and where do you the over under is 135.5.
Under.
under 135.5 plus one or minus 110 at Bovada.
The
I think
Badgers.
they're the Badgers.
The Badgers.
But I'm not going to question you. I'm on the Aztecs. Personally, I'm on the Aztecs against the Broncos. San Diego State Aztecs, that is. -7, minus 110. They're the better team. They're they're ranked. Plus, they're 22nd in the country. So I think they're going to roll here.
Quinnipiac's the Bobcats. It was close, though.
Yeah. Not really.
Got anything,
Go
Mike?
Bobcats.
What are you, Kelsey Ballerini?
Yeah, yo, I keep watching that. What a song. That might be my favorite song.
That
Shout
is
out
a
Kelsey
great
Ballerini. Half
song.
of my hometown. I was watching the music video earlier.
Yeah.
I saw her
Fire
play that
song.
in person.
Jealous.
Yeah, that is a
I'm
tremendous
jealous.
song.
That is up there in my
Go
favorite song.
And
Bobcats.
a lot of people don't know this, but Matt's the reason that I quit drinking.
Ooh, that's
Here's
another
a
good one.
Here's a trivia. Good one, Chris. But here's a trivia question. What color are the Bobcats?
Red and black.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chris got it right.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
She did that
What do I
song
win?
with
Check on the board.
with those guys.
What?
The guys that sing Closer.
Oh, the Chainsmokers.
Yeah, she did a Chainsmokers song.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
baby, marry
And
closer,
Halsey.
mama.
She's got a song with Halsey too, who's in Closer.
I think it's pronounced Halsey.
Yeah. It is Halsey.
Did I not say that?
That's correct.
Who
said
is also in
Halsey.
Sing 2.
Sing 2 was good. I saw it in theaters. Really good.
She's also in Sing 2. She is the wolf. So if anybody is yet to see it, go see it. Actually, you don't have to go see it. Just watch it. But
Did Greg tell me that one of his kids got scared at Sing 2?
Yes. They left
that a
halfway
thing?
through.
wow.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's possible. But
Well, one
happen.
person gets locked up in jail. It does get scary.
there are spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
what are we spoiling for? All right,
Yeah,
I
it's
got
on
my
Netflix.
college
It's on
picks. We
Netflix.
got some loading.
I'm
All
on
right.
I'm on Ivy League game. How about
That's
you?
what I'm on. I'm on 3 Ivy League games.
Wow.
I'll give them all.
Okay.
I got Harvard +3 minus 110 at home against Yale. Is that
Not
what
That's
you're
on
on?
my
Mark?
card.
Not an
All
Ivy
right.
League school.
They're both Ivy League schools. I'm on Harvard.
Princeton -2.5 minus 110 at home. I forget
Against?
who they're playing.
Cornell.
Cornell.
Not an Ivy League school.
Both Ivy League schools.
And Penn
sure.
-14.5 minus 110 at the Palestra against Columbia.
That's a city in a different country, so not an Ivy League school.
It's a city in a different country? Or it's a country?
It could be a city. It could be a city in a different country.
Yeah, I guess.
Gloria is
Also
actually
a
from
country.
Columbia in Modern Family. I've been watching a lot of Modern Family lately.
She is from Columbia.
They
Mark,
call
you got
her the
anything?
quiet one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take St. Peter's.
This was Matt recapping Modern Family, the Stephen Levitan gem. Good. What else? Anything else good from Modern Family? Who's your favorite character, Matt?
Cam. Cam is, or Phil. It's up there with Cam and Phil. They're the funniest, dude. They're so good. Phil is just so goofy and so hysterical. And like he makes me laugh so much. But Cam has so many good moments that just they both crack me up so good. Cam's shirts are amazing with the cuffs.
You got to stop that.
Cam shirts.
Cam is a rival to you and I.
That is
You
true.
know this.
That is true. When we come out with Domino's
No.
Masters, we should have been the. What is he the host of? What is his show?
Domino Masters.
Domino Masters. Yes. So we could have done or we could have done Domino Master. We could do anything Masters.
Honestly, I feel like Domino's Masters is going to be better.
Yeah.
Lego Master. Will Arnett does a great job on Lego Masters.
Yeah, so
but,
he can keep that, but eating is
Yeah.
better than playing the game of dominoes.
and watching people assemble dominoes.
Oh, it's not the game. It's just people setting it up and flicking it.
You thought they were playing the game?
Yeah, I thought they were like domino MFer. Like I thought that's what it was.
They're like sitting in a park in Alabama playing dominoes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. I thought it was like a chess, like that. Like
and it was hosted by Eric Stone Street.
I never saw the show. He's my competitor. We think I'm gonna watch that?
That's fair. You can't give
Can't
him many
support my
ratings.
competitors.
I respect that.
Wow.
All right, who's got picks left in college basketball?
Did you get my St. Peter's Peacocks pick?
I
I
get
got
all
that.
mine out.
+7 -110.
Is that the team that made it pretty
Matt,
far this year?
It did,
Last
but all
year.
their players transferred.
Yeah.
So
Doug Ennis.
Different
Where's
team.
he at?
He's at it's.
Oh my
what was his-
God.
I forget his last
Where
name,
is
but
he?
he's at
Didn't
with
he
a
say
B.
Ennis?
Starts with a B.
Belmont.
It's not Butler, is
Eddard.
it?
It's
Huh?
Doug Eddard.
It's Brian.
And
It's not Ennis.
Brian.
It's Eddard. Brian.
Yeah, he's at Bryant.
He got into
yeah,
a
correct.
He smacked some dude in the face because he got smacked in the back.
Oh, it was a
head
sucker,
earlier.
absolute sucker punch.
Yeah, he got sucker punched first.
Well,
He got
sure.
slapped first, then he just slapped him back when the guy wasn't looking, and then he ran away.
Yeah, having a good year, averaging 6.4 for the Bryant Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Tough
storybook season for Doug Eddard. Matt, you got anything for in men's college basketball or women's college basketball?
Nah, just my Quinnipiac pick.
All right, well, that's a strong one. Let's move on to the NBA, where we're going to wrap things up and eventually get to the challenge. Greg has the Pistons minus 1.5, minus 110 at Bovada. Ryder, that is, of course, the Celtics minus 9.5, minus 110. Hawks plus 1.5, minus 110. And I don't know that. I think Greg got a little confused here because he also has Princeton minus 2.5, minus 110 at Bovada. A lot of people don't know Princeton is in the Eastern Conference now.
They're in the Neapolitan.
They're in the Neapolitan division.
Nice.
All right, Mark, NBA picks.
I'm also on the Celtics minus 9.5. Suns without Devin Booker, and Celtics are crushing people. They just dominated the Nets the other night. I'm on the other side of that Hawks Jazz game, though. I'm taking the Jazz.
That's supposed to be a
Yeah, you
challenge.
weren't here. We discussed that'll be the challenge pick for
Wow.
Well, you got my challenge pick now, boys. It's not the first time I've made that mistake, and it won't be the
Wow.
It
last.
was my
probably.
mistake. It wasn't you. It was my mistake, not yours.
It's all
My
good.
mistake.
I'm
My
on the
mistake.
Jazz. Add it to my card as well. Jazz.
I will not.
My machines. My
Matt,
machines.
Matt, what do you got?
Hawks.
Any other NBA picks?
You're such an A.
Oh man,
No, I don't got anything else.
who do you think wins the Neapolitan this year?
I think chocolate, to be honest. Are those
Chocolate the favorite in the Neapolitan?
chocolate would definitely be the favorite. I would.
No.
Yeah. Oh, chocolate
No.
definitely. I think it goes chocolate favorite. At like minus 150. Then you got vanilla at even money and strawberry at plus 125. I would
I'm
take
taking the value of strawberry.
No, I'm taking vanilla at even money.
Vanilla, you look back at the history of
Strawberry
vanilla,
is
they got all
electric.
Vanilla's got all the trophies in their case because it's the best flavor of ice cream there is.
I'm taking
I
strawberries.
hate agreeing with Mark.
Strawberry
That's
is
some good
definitely.
value on strawberry.
How many people are going to pick strawberry,
Plus,
Mike?
The strawberry jerseys, Mike, electric. Those are electric jerseys.
Strawberries
The
only
vanilla
won,
jerseys are a little bland, but
Strawberries won once in the past 25 years. And that was everyone remembers that 2003 season. That was a crazy
Dream
season.
run. Dream run by strawberry.
strawberry was so good that year. They were so good that year.
Couldn't ask for a better
Wasn't that
year.
all replacement players though? Weren't chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry on strike?
But like all the right ingredients came together for strawberry that year. They really did.
All right, we're not going to top that. So, Matt,
If
you
we
have
can,
to,
with some fudge, with cream, strawberries.
You don't know when to let it go. It was a nice little joke you had there.
Hawks.
Anybody else have anything in the NBA?
Yeah, I got a few picks.
Tell
Timberwolves
us.
minus 5.5, minus 110 against the Magic. I'm gonna take the Raptors minus 6, minus 110. I forget who they're playing.
The Raptors are terrible.
Yeah, but they're playing the Rockets. The Rockets are also terrible, and they're missing like
Fair.
Porter and Jalen Green and stuff. But yeah, and then I'll take my last pick before the challenge. I'll take the Trailblazers plus 4, minus 110 away at Washington.
Well, you're literally the only person who hasn't given his challenge pick so far. So why don't you
okay.
give it to us?
All right, well, I'm going to take the Jazz at home, minus 1.5, minus 110. I want it on my card. So
Put it on the
I
call.
refuse.
Yes.
All right, well, gentlemen, this has been an interesting experience. Greg, you are deeply missed
By who?
because I don't want to do this again. So,
The pain in your voice right there, man. Oh man.
I like just kind of like hanging out and keeping my notes so I can edit the show tomorrow. But no, this was a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody who checks the show out on YouTube on macronpicks.com. Make sure you're commenting, you're liking and subscribing, doing all that stuff. If you're checking us out on Spotify or the podcast platform of your choice, rate, review, do all that good stuff. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mark. I've been Chris Horwedel. This has been Bettors Delight. Let's go win some bets.